Approaching 6:50 in our top stories for Thursday, and new details this morning. A woman is in critical condition following a shooting and a crash here in the city.
She was rushed to the hospital with what Rochester police call life-altering injuries. RPD initially responded to the accident on Otis Street when they found the 27-year-old victim with a gunshot wound inside the car. Officers say they believe she crashed after she was shot, but couldn't confirm any more details. While left seriously injured, the victim is expected to live.
We absolutely have empathy for the person that sustained this gunshot wound. It's tragic for this to happen to her, and we very much would like to have help from the community in helping to solve this, and I'm sure that the loved ones of this poor victim would like help from the community as well.
No other injuries are reported and no suspects are in custody. Anyone with information is asked to call 911.
The fallout from this historic fire this week in Seneca County. Dozens lost their homes and jobs as flames destroyed multiple apartments, the Big M grocery store in Ovid, as well as other businesses.
First responders say it was a smoking portable charging device that sparked the massive fire Tuesday night. Authorities found out the sparking device was plugged into an electrical outlet in one of the apartments upstairs. Inside these and many devices we use every day are lithium-ion batteries, and while we don't know if the device was damaged, several things can cause battery packs to malfunction and lead to a fire or explosion.
There's not really any fail-safes in the battery packs. It's if they're punctured, they can go right up. Water will not put them out. Usually it's going to be a physical defect, whether it drops, anything like that, something going through it. When you purchase batteries, it's all hit or miss.
Building construction itself posed great challenges. The age of the structures, their design, it all added to the fire spread. Then you throw in the winds on top of that, and that's why we ended up where we ended up.
They stress storing the chargers in the right temperature is also essential, and if you ever do have a damaged battery, put it in a bucket of sand. The main street area remains closed as crews start to pick up the debris, and the Red Cross is helping those displaced.
President Donald Trump is already cracking down on illegal immigration in his first couple of days back at the White House, also preparing for possible mass deportations. The
Defense Department will send 1,500 troops to the southern border, but CBS News has learned that number could climb as high as 10,000. Authorities have deployed a new set of buoys on the Rio Grande in Texas. Dozens of communities around the U.S. are now fearful of ramped-up immigration raids.
What's going to happen tomorrow when I wake up and take my kid to school? Like, am I going to meet them ICE there?
Today, a federal judge in Seattle will hold the hearing for one of multiple challenges against President Trump's order that attempts to ban birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented migrants and temporary visa holders.
Amid this new immigration enforcement memo that came from the DOJ, New York's Attorney General Tish James calls the actions an attempt to try to bully New York and to undermine the Constitution. In Rochester, city leaders confirm no changes have been made to their status as a sanctuary city. New York is also considered a sanctuary state. This means protections, support resources, other help, all that is in place for undocumented immigrants. News 8 caught up with a local lawmaker at the county level, also the head of the Latino Youth and Development Center, who tells us although changes were expected with a new administration, many remain concerned, including those still navigating through the documentation process.
Independent of your status, you do have rights. But, you know, the laws are the laws, and we follow the laws. Otherwise, we'd have the Wild West. Yes, it's been within the last 48 hours, the amount of calls that we received. And it's a simple, you know, it could be a traffic stop. It could be them walking, and they're approached by law enforcement to ask for ID. So we're asking families, if you're going to be out and about in our communities, make sure that you have your paperwork with you, but you also have rights.
Rochester has been a sanctuary city, that status going back to the mid-'80s, and then starting in 2023, Monroe County stepped up to play a major role in helping asylum-seeking families as a result of the migrant crisis in New York City.
Now the latest on Governor Kathy Hochul's pushing to ban phones in schools all across New York. It's all part of her budget proposal to combat unwanted distractions in classrooms. $13.5 million would go to the purchase of cell phone safekeeping, such as lock boxes and pouches. The governor cites children's mental health, problems focusing on their studies, and strained relationships with their teachers for bringing up the ban.
And how hard it is for our teachers trying to teach algebra and geography and they're competing with viral dances and messages from their friends and sometimes threats, bullying.
The restrictions are expected to begin for the next school year. It's up to each district to decide how they want to implement the change.
Well, how about this? NBA star, alum of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rochester, Isaiah Stewart, donated a whopping $750,000 to the organization.
The money will help the club's gym undergo a complete renovation and renaming to the Isaiah Stewart Athletic Center. Stewart's passion for literacy and his transformative gift will also put $250,000 towards supporting the club's accelerated reading program for students ages 6 to 12. We're told the renovation for the gym is set to be complete by mid-August.
Your sunrise traffic here, 6:55, and a view from our Greater Rock Sky Eye. Everything is good to go. No major accidents or slowdowns at this point, at least showing up on our map. Please keep in mind, busier this morning with all the parents driving their cars and the school buses, Leanne, back out, as we are just not as brutally cold as we were this time yesterday.
Not as brutally cold, not a bad way to start off the morning here in Rochester. I think there are worse ways too, but we do have a little bit of a warm-up underway, and we're currently sitting now in the teens. We'll get up into the 20s for today and tomorrow, and heading into the weekend, we'll finally maybe get back up into the 30s, nearing that freezing point. Got some random chances of snow showers here and there. And then, yes, we're going to be colder once again, but I don't think we have any future trends of seeing that frigid air that we experienced earlier this week.
Oh, love that warm up. You're saying all my favorite words today.
I know, and if I would just slap an 80-degree day on there, it would be your favorite meteorologist.
Listen.
You would.
We'll take 32, at least briefly, while we have
you know
getting ready to close out
it's
the
better
month.
than nothing.
It is. It is. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. We'll see you back here at 7:25.
CBS Mornings up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.